Welcome back to the Rombough Show. Week 3 of college football is upon us. First up on the slate, a game that will be starting here shortly. Kansas State visits Arizona down in Tucson. The line for this game has flip-flopped all week, seemingly. Kansas State is now favored by 1.5. Avery Johnson versus Noah Fafita. Going to be an unbelievable matchup between those two quarterbacks. Avery Johnson, what can I say? He's one of the best athletes in the Big 12. Only a 25-yard rush is his longest rush, so we'll have to see if he breaks that tonight. He is, at any time, is going to be able to break away for a long run. Sacked only twice in 3 games. The kicker for Kansas State, Luis Rodriguez, 12 of 12 on the season in terms of field goals and point after. On the other side of the field, Noah Fafita, 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 5 sacks in the 2 games so far for the Wildcats. Quincy Craig at running back, 10.4 yards per carry. Javin Wadley, last game against Weber State, 5 catches, 168 yards, and 2 touchdowns with that 85-yard touchdown reception. That was an unbelievable play. He showed great speed, the transfer from Chattanooga. Salgado Medina, the kicker for the Wildcats, perfect on the season as well. This is going to be a back and forth matchup. It is technically a non-conference game because Arizona did schedule it before they were in the Big 12. Going to be back and forth. I don't see this being a blowout either way. Give me Arizona 27-21. They cover the 1.5 spread. SEC battle this weekend between 2 top 15 teams. Georgia goes to Knoxville and is playing Tennessee. Gunnar Stockton, Aguilar on the other side for Tennessee. He's perfect on the season. 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 0 sacks. Gunnar Stockton, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 0 sacks as well. This is the first test for both teams. They've played great, but not against quality competition. Georgia right now is favored by 3.5. I like the Bulldogs. Just when it comes down to games like these, who are the coaches? And I think Kirby Smart is one of the best coaches in all of college football. As noted with those back-to-back championships, you got to give it to Kirby Smart. This game was not really on a lot of people's radar coming into this season, but with the Cinderella run that South Florida has been on, it is South Florida, Miami, 5th ranked in the country. Carson Beck has been off to an incredible start to this season. 76.4 completion percentage, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, only 1 sack in their first 2 games for the Hurricanes. South Florida, I love what I see out of Byron Brown. I liked watching him last year. He's an absolute stud running the ball, just tough to take down. 1 passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns on the season. South Florida comes into this 17.5 dogs on the road. I think that's too big. I think it'll be a really, really tough place to play. I think the Hurricanes, it's going to be tough. It's going to be Camp Rock Stadium is going to be absolutely rocking, but I think South Florida has, with Brown, with using his legs, they got to just keep giving him the ball, and he's got to be able to air it out. Only 1 passing touchdown on the season for him. I think that needs to double by the end of that game. Give me South Florida covering, but I think Miami will pull out the victory. Last but not least, in terms of ranked matchups with both squads that we're going to cover here on the Rombough Show, Texas A&M's number 16 in the country visiting number 8 Notre Dame. This is kind of a game I flip-flopped all week on who I was going to pick in terms of winner as well as covering the spread. One of the reasons Texas A&M's quarterback Marcel Reed has been dealing with an injury bug. He is their stud on offense, 509 passing yards already with 7 touchdowns, 105 rushing yards for 1 touchdown. He's really their stud on offense. On the other side of the field, Notre Dame, this is their second game. This is their bounce back opportunity in terms of losing to Miami. It's their time to bounce back. This is a opponent that they can beat. They are favored by 6.5. This is Texas A&M's first test We've seen them take care of business. They've looked good. They play good against lesser opponents. Give me Notre Dame. I think they'll win by more than a touchdown, so they will cover that 6.5 spread. Last but not least, on the Rombough Show Week 3 college football predictions, Vanderbilt visits South Carolina. Lenore Sellers, Diego Pavia, two of my favorite players to watch, especially on that SEC football Netflix show that I watched just before the season started. Diego Pavia, a really great character in terms of the college football landscape. We saw Vandy go on the road last year and beat Bama. Are they going to be able to do that again this season in an upset against South Carolina potentially? I think that both of these quarterbacks have to play well to win. I think the Pavia-Eli Stowers connection, I think that could be a huge part of this game. Diego Pavia has thrown a pass TD to 6 different players already this season. I like Vanderbilt to cover the 4.5 spread. I do think that South Carolina will pull it out. Lenore Sellers has to break out in his second year. He is slotted as one of those players looking to break out. So give me South Carolina in a close one. I think they win by a field goal. My bold prediction of the week: if Clemson loses at Georgia Tech on Saturday, I believe that they will not make the playoff. Clemson is favored by 2.5. It's going to be a close one, especially if Haynes King plays for Georgia Tech. I know he missed last week with an injury. He is their workhorse. I think he can carry them to victory. That being said, I think Clemson pulls it out. But if they do not, they will not make the playoff. This has been the Rombough Show, Week 3 college football. We will have coverage for you all week, covering the games, giving my instant reactions. Like, subscribe, and share with a friend. And until next time.